Alright. Just like Mr. Kenneth Wheeler, I'm gonna come in and not cut that entrance. I love it. Anyhow, today I'm gonna introduce these guys to something I've been messing around with. I've been messing around with projector lenses, particularly interesting ones, I must say. f1.2 at 50 millimeters. I use a focusing helicoid and I attach it by an M42 ring. This one I just have electrical taped on. Actually, in fact, they're all just electrical taped on for now. But they work and they're amazing. I throw some video samples in right after this little short talk about them. I have been messing around with lenses and I started getting into vintage lenses. An old wide angle Token of 17, 55 f2 Pentax, Takumar, full lineup. I'll show you them all, but I got a shelf full. My point is I've been finding these guys in the most random places. Found this at a barn. This is a 35mm f1.3. It's got a really bubbly look to it, really swirly bokeh. Same thing with, actually this guy's got fairly swirly bokeh as well if you get the right point. It's a 50mm f1.2. The KP, 16 KP, made in Russia, rocked. Rocked, I think that means ghost in Russia. And this is a Kodak Ektanar, 127mm at f2.8. Another one I just electrical taped on. Works great. It's got cool flares. It's got circular flares. Interesting lens. This is not a projector lens, but in a larger lens. This guy here, this is the Nikon 63mm f2.8 EL Nikkor. It's got 8 blades to it. Not the best bokeh. Stop it down, but I mean, bokeh, shoot me in the foot now, I don't know. This guy, this 1.3 has like a cat's eye bokeh. Very nice lens, very nice. I just did a sim that I blew my own breath on it. This one here, it's not particularly sharp, the 50mm f1.2, but it definitely has its cool characteristics in the nighttime. I'll definitely add some night shots into this video. And this one I used for a portrait actually of my grandfather, and it turned out really sharp. I was super surprised for f2.8 especially. You think that that 3.5 or f4 would be a lot sharper, but no, it had nice characteristics to it. Very interesting qualities. Nothing like the 55mm f2 by Takumar. Beautiful lens. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite. My profile photo on Facebook is taken with this one. I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized for saying that. Nowadays, it's all crazy. I'm not sure if anybody can fill me in on the red marking on this Token lens. I know like a red T on a Zeiss lens is usually meaning that it's, you know, top shelf or higher quality, or the Q1 symbol. It's quality control symbol. I know this is the RMC Token of 17mm at f3.5. It's a nice lens actually. Got it in a lens bundle. This in a 45mm f2 by Minolta, the Rotor. So, I've noticed in these projector lenses, I actually have another one I should grab, and I will. This is actually going to be my finale of the lenses. Oh my god, this lens is beautiful. It's got the most interesting characteristics. I've got a couple. I this is part one, guys. This is part one. This is not all my lenses. This is just a few of them. And I got an anamorphic lens coming in that I want to attach this 50mm f1.2 to the back end of. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting a little excited before I know the results. But please stick around. This is the launch, guys. This is the launch. I don't have a very good setup yet. Shooting with a Sony a7S. Currently shooting on a 28mm Takumar lens, f3.5. I'm using just a little dead rabbit I bought on the internet. Super cheap. Guess it kind of does work. I have a fan going in the background, which I should have turned off. We'll see how it turns out in post. And I'm lighting myself up with this newer light attached to a power pack, USB. It's got different modes of lighting. I have it jammed right up. It's pretty bright, actually. And my props, obviously, this Argus camera. It's pretty cool. It was given to me. Found it side of the road or something. And my Pentax. I have a few of these. The SP models. I have the SP, the SP1000, and the SP2. I decided to keep those. Those are the only film cameras I have left. I had about 20 of them, but that's when I was buying lens bundles and whatnot. Came with cameras. And yeah, courtesy of this beautiful space here. And yeah, I'm dragging on now. This 35mm. What a nice lens. Made by Palliard Bolex. Made in Switzerland. It's the Hi-Fi model. What a little lens. It's got to be shot in APS-C. I do believe it's a 16mm frame lens, but I do get usage out of the 24mm, which is quite surprising. And same thing with this. This is a 24mm frame. I can't use anything bigger than that. Can't be full frame with these two lenses, but these ones happen to be full frame lenses. This is a 35mm frame lens, and it's nice. It's got good depth of field. It's got interesting characteristics. I'll throw a few stills up of it, and we'll go from there. Hope to see you in part 2, guys, because this lens coming up in part 2, oh, you're gonna love it. Talk to you later.